Hello everyone and welcome back to today's video. I'm Amari or Ollie, and today I'm going to be giving you some terraforming tips and tricks for 2025. So I will admit this video is going to be shorter, but I have two major projects coming up, one of them being really big, and I'm gonna give you a spoiler. I'll be posting a lot in September, so it's a really big one. It's a really big project. But so and then I thought I had all of next week's videos recorded, which are now the week that you're seeing. So I thought I had all of those pre-recorded, but I did not. I missed a video. So here I am. I'm just gonna record this for you guys really quickly. I just thought that it would be a nice little fun video to fill in while I'm also working on this big project behind the scenes. So here we are. Okay. Let's start. So to start, my first tip is that you can just terraform over a weed. So you don't have to pick them up. Oh my goodness. So you don't have to pick them up. You can just terraform right over them and they simply will not care. They're just like, okay, bye. So yeah, that is my first tip and trick. My second one is if you're breaking down cliffs, don't go for a corner first. If you go for a corner first, it's going to take you twice as long. Go for the middle. Go like this first, so then it won't round it off, so you can just break it right down. That is my second trick. My third trick is for when you're building cliffs. If you want, if you want to get a base first, don't fill it in until you get a base. So make your base and then go ahead and start filling it in. So like, I'm gonna make a little base right now. That is my third tip. Make your base and then fill it in. That way you know exactly the shape. So if you make a mistake and like I wanted to put a piece somewhere else, but like this was all filled in and like you had to move everything over, you only have to remove the outline instead of all of this, which would have been filled in. So that is my fourth tip and trick for terraforming. And I will get onto water in a minute, but I want to give you another tip. If you are going to be rounding off your corners, you don't have to come out here and then round it off. You can simply just fill it in inside and then round these off. Now, because this one out here is only 2 tiles, you will have to fill this one in, but for the other one, you should not have to. If I had planned this right, you would not have had to, but I did not plan it right. So I will have to do this. I did not plan it right. Okay. But, like, that is my other tip and trick. If you plan it right, you will not have to do that. I promise. I'm sorry about that. Okay, that is all of my cliffscaping tips and tricks. Now let's get on to some water. So really for water, I try not to make a straight edge more than 4 tiles long. Now this is natural to the island, so that's why it's like that, but unless I'm gonna put a bridge, which the bridge only needs to be 4 tiles, but occasionally I do 5 so I can put like some flowers or something next to it and then start going back in. But let's pretend that there's a bridge right here for these 4 tiles. Occasionally I will leave 1 tile for like a flower, and then I will go ahead and start to terraform in. And I make sure to round off all of my corners. I don't want to leave just a blunt edge like that. So now let's pretend the bridge was never here. I don't like to leave a blunt edge, so I try to round off all of my corners, if that makes any sense. It just makes it look more natural, and it makes it feel like it's like natural to the island, you know, like it's not so structured. So I think that that's a really nice feel. Again, same thing, even if like you're gonna build it in and like you want it smaller, I try to round off all the corners. Instead of doing like that, just making it smaller, I make sure that I'm able to round everything off before I even start building, because it makes it look natural and it makes it look more cohesive in my opinion. So that's another tip and trick. So that's like just a nice little feel. Well, I would actually close this in just to make it feel more natural. And then I would add, like, I would have to build it in. This is how my brain works. Like, I can't have it just hanging out there. I need to have, like, it kind of leading up, you know? But like I said, no blunt edge. That's another tip and trick I have for water. And I think that's all actually. I'm sorry about the cliff one. I know that that was like not a good example at all, but I just need to get a little video out for you guys, and I just wanted to make sure that I did get it out. Obviously, I don't want it to feel rushed. Like, I don't mind making this at all. I actually had quite fun making it, so don't make it seem like, I don't want you guys to feel like, oh, he just rushed this out because you want to get content out. No, I really did enjoy making this. I couldn't do a full build because I have a build already recorded that's coming out on Friday. So that's already recorded, so I couldn't even do a build if I wanted to, which I probably would have, but I couldn't because I don't want to spoil that build because it's a big build. But yeah, so stay tuned for Friday. And thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.